Today seems like the day to play Spot the Difference. It must be the game of the day. So here we have my existing 1981 Honda Trail 110. Obviously the Aggie version of the Trail, which is, or should be, exactly the same in every possible way as the 1987 Honda Trail 110 Aggie. So, you would think when I went and ordered the fork seals and the gaiters that it would be the same as this, as what it should have on the bike over there. So this is the Spot the Difference. So this is the fork that come off that bastard of a bike over there. So the bottoms are not the same. One is square, one is round at the bottom. You can see one has a drain plug. This one does not. You can also see that this one is just a smooth tube underneath the fork gaiter because of the spring actually is inside that tube. But on this one, where am I? On this one, you can see the spring is outside the tube, which means different fork gaiters and different fork seals. So the conclusion is this set of forks is from a later model, CT110. Well, newer than a 98 model, or 99 model anyway. I think 99 above. So there you have it. So you noticed in my video the other day when I attempted to, where am I going? Really organised tonight. Drain the oil out of these things by taking out the bolts that are on the top. Because on the Aggie bikes, the Aggie CTs, that's how you do it. But the newer forks have got an extra nut and seal on there. So the reason why nothing came out is because it was still screwed in. So I pulled out one of them, and that's the result. So that bugger all in there anyway. That's obviously the inner spring that comes out as well. But yeah, I didn't even notice the other day when I did it. The outer springs weren't there. It wasn't something I was actually looking for at all. So, what did I get up to? So after I pulled the plug out of the top of it, I pulled the circlip off the top of the fork seal that sits in there. So then technically all I have to do is slide hammer the thing backwards and forwards to pop the seal out. Well, that didn't happen. So I tried a few other things. Have a look. Okay, so what I've got here is a somehow familiar hand towel in a vise wrapped up the top section of the fork just to protect it from the vise. A very stubborn fork seal. Bottom section of the fork hooked up to a ratchet strap. that's stuck in the jaw jam, the door jam, with the other hook on the other side of the door. And I had to double up on the ratchet straps because it wasn't long enough. So this is the idea, is to crank the ratchet strap till the seal pops out. Because the way I've just frantically, we use the term wanking the fork to try to get the thing out, like a slide hammer, is not working. I even tried the MAP gas, or that's just butane, but tried the butane on it to heat it up a bit and still didn't want to budge. So let's give this a go. Jesus Christ. This is a bad idea. Why not? It's really too late. Made ice. So those ideas didn't work. So now it comes down to, what do I do now? Now that I've, I don't know, heated up the shaft to actually try to dislodge the old seal, potentially melting it. Try to slide hammer it out, potentially damaging it somehow, doing that as well. Do I just put it all back together, fill it up with oil, hope for the best? That's the way we roll, isn't it? Or because Alander, the place I got the parts from, was so helpful and actually changed my order before it was shipped to the later model parts that I need, do I just wait for the seals to arrive, and then continue to persevere to get these things out, either by cutting them out or maybe getting the letterbox's winch involved somehow, which should be an interesting video, or a combination of both, with the torch as well. Put the torch back on it. That'll make a real good video. So persevere, or just throw the gator boots on and hope for the best that they don't leak, and if they leak, take it apart again. It wasn't that hard to take apart and redo it. Yeah, well, this bike's full of surprises.